My name is Kaziah Mejo. I am Miss Teen International India. It was a competition that happened in Jaipur on April 17th, and the competition's name was Miss Teen Diva. And from that, I won the title that is Miss Teen International India. I'm 17 years of age. I stay in Abu Dhabi, UAE, but my house is in Kochi.
Okay, so how do you feel about winning a pageant like Miss Teen International?
Yes, so this was something that I've wanted for almost 2 years now, and this is a competition that I saw so long ago, and the second I saw it, I knew I wanted to be on that stage. And the fact that I'm actually wearing this crown is absolutely surreal to me because I feel like I've manifested it a lot. I feel like I've worked so incredibly hard for what I have achieved. And I think that this is a very great platform for me to, begin modeling, begin pageantry, to begin my acting, and to move forward in my career and actually make an influence on people.
What are your hobbies like? Are you interested in modeling or in pageant shows?
Yeah, so I've been doing classical dance ever since I was the age of 3 years old. And so basically my main hobby is dancing, but I do sing, I do play the drums and the violin, I do karate and a little bit of kalari as well.
So you are a novelist, you are talented.
I hope so, yeah.
Okay, so why did you want to compete in a pageant show? What made you do that?
Like I said, I saw this pageant about 2 years ago and it absolutely blew my mind because of how well every contestant learns how to handle themselves, how to be more embracing in themselves. So when I initially looked into the pageant, I was very, very interested into exploring this kind of field, and I've already been into modeling, so I wanted to try out pageantry. But then the more I look into it, the more I understand that pageantry is not just about glamour and how you look, but it's also about your voice, how you present it, how you use your voice for good, and how much you can impact others. And that is what I want to do in life as I move forward. I want to be able to influence others. I want to be able to make a positive change. I want to be able to be a source of inspiration for others. And I think pageantry is a very good place to start that.
Have you done any pageant shows?
Yes, I've done one other pageant which was called Miss India Planet. I did that in 2022 and I won it. I won it when I was 13 years old, and I think that also gave me a really good experience and exposure into this field of pageantry.
So what's the future like? What are your future plans?
As of now, I want to be a model and actress by profession, but I'm in grade 12 now, and moving forward, I want a degree in law, just because I feel like I can really be the voice for the voiceless. But as a career, I want to do modeling and acting because I've always been in awe whenever I see the big screen, and I hope that one day I'll come on it as well.
So even about this pageant, like Miss Teen International, do you have any plans of representing India internationally?
Yes, which I'm very, very excited about. I'll be representing India internationally next year, hopefully in Botswana as of now, but the location isn't confirmed, but it will be a competition of about 40 to 70 countries, and I will be there representing India.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much. My inspiration definitely comes from my older sister. She's in Georgia. She's 19 years old and she's studying medicine. But she's also really interested in the field of acting. She's done about 7 movies as of now in Malayalam. And I always look up to her because even when I started dance, it was because of her. When I started modeling, it was because of her. Everything I feel like I follow her footsteps in, and she's a really big source of inspiration. But besides that, I also do have my parents, and my mom is also a very, very big supporter of mine. I would say that she's my backbone and the reason why I am standing here today, because without her, obviously, like everybody else, I wouldn't be here right now. I also consider her as my momager. So she manages everything. She takes care of everything. And I feel like I can really rely on her. And my dad as well, even though he does not know a lot about pageantry and acting and stuff, he's very, very supportive. And as long as I'm happy, he is happy. So.
Okay. And about the winning moment, how did you feel? Like, do you want to talk about it?
Sure. The winning moment was actually when I was holding hands with the first runner-up, and there was a camera going around us, and Sir was instructed to not release the answer until the camera circled twice. So that means I had to stand there with the heartbeat sound and that anxiety for a good amount of time. So I was really, really nervous. I was already crying. I was already praying. I think my thoughts were really scattered, but I was just hoping that all my hard work would bear fruit. And it did, so... So this pageant initially I saw on Instagram. That's how I got to know about it. But this was a very long process. About 8,000 contestants had applied, but from these only 29 were selected from my batch. And that happens through a lot of auditions and sending videos of your introduction, of your ramp walk. And that is how the selection process is. But besides that, the judgment was actually for about a year long because we had training from the team for about a year or so. And they teach us how to speak, how to walk, just the basics of pageantry. So during these online sessions as well, we are being marked and we are being judged on how our personality is. And we also had a pageant this pageant was actually 7 days long, and we had a lot of sub-contests in between. We had the speech round, beauty with brains, we had sports, we had best in ramp walk. And like that, we have a lot of sub-contests that actually builds up to being the main winner. And these all give you marks as well. So yeah, this was a pretty tedious process of trying to figure out who will represent India the best internationally. And other than that, we also had a lot of team sessions with the previous winners as well. So I would say that it was a very, very informal kind of session. I would say that it's a very tedious process. It's a very long process, but I think it's totally worth it because I think it's a really great opportunity to start into this.
So, and these 29 contestants, were they from India or like were they from outside?
They're all from India, but all across India. So from South India, there was actually only 2 contestants, which was me and another one of my co-winners. And that's also something I want to bring light to because I feel like South India is not getting the representation that it truly deserves. Being such a beautiful place, I really think that a lot more people could interact with all this and actually explore into the world. And that is also why I want to bring this into our community.
Okay. And about your advocacy, right?
Yes. So each contestant actually had to do an advocacy, which is kind of like a cause that we advocate for. So mine was with a company called Spirit Eco Health, which is also based in India, and it's basically sustainability in menstrual hygiene. So they make pads that are 99% biodegradable. So they're completely made with cotton and bamboo and absolutely plastic free, which is not only good for us, but also for the environment. So every person needed some sort of advocacy, and this was mine, something that I truly believe in and something I truly want to support is Spirit Eco Health.
Vistara News.